Hello to anybody and everybody that's listening. This is the Lopez Podcast, and I'm Nathaniel Lopez, the host. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be receiving a phone call shortly by our guest, and it'll be conducted over the phone. Who am I hosting today on this episode 16, Raymond Alvarez. He's a drummer. He's an Arizona drummer. He just lives a little farther away than me. So he was not able to make it all the way up here. But he's going to call right now, and I hope you enjoy this different episode. All right, and we're recording. I'm here with Raymond Alvarez, the drummer.
Woo! Yeah. Yep. That's what I do.
And we're talking over the phone.
We are. Yes.
So do you live in Tombstone now, or are you in Douglas still?
I live in Bisbee.
You live in Bisbee. Oh, your phone caller ID said Tombstone.
I know, for some weird reason. I mean, that would be really sad to live in Tombstone.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it would be really sad to live in Tombstone.
Oh, man.
So what's new, man? I haven't seen you in years.
You know what? It has been years. It's funny. I was going back through memories last night, and I was thinking, man, when's the last time I saw you? And I think the last time I saw you was when Before I Die did we were supposed to do a headline in San Manuel at the basketball court.
Yeah.
Dude, and I think it's funny because you were talking to Garrett.
Yeah.
And I remember the hot chicks got the police called on them.
Yeah. That was I remember that show. You guys came all the way down and fucking cops came.
Dude, I remember their drummer. I can't remember his name, but he still was playing.
Yeah.
And the cop went up to him with a can of mace and was just yelling at him because he wouldn't stop playing.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember. Yeah, I felt so bad for you guys because you guys drove all the way fucking down there.
Oh, it was fine, man. But it's funny. I don't know if B-Rod listens to this, but I remember Gus was pretty disappointed. And I was like, oh, man, Gus, are you good? Do you need anything? And I saw a mic stand standing there, and I was like, just... So we needed a mic stand.
So you guys snagged the mic stand.
Yeah.
That's fucking
punk
rock.
Looking back at it, I was like, that was a little shit.
Dude, we were all fucking shitheads. Fucking, yeah, dude, that was 2015, 14.
Yes, yeah, I wasn't even out of high school yet.
Yeah, neither was I don't think so. Fucking probably 2014. Damn, it's been 5 years since I've really seen you. I think I might have seen you in Bisbee at one point, but...
Yeah, but I've been seeing all that you and Efren are doing since then, man, and it's so awesome.
Yeah, we do a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's great. Did Toilet already perform? Was it Hotel Books?
Oh, so not hotel. We were supposed to play Trophy Eyes.
Yes.
But then that fucking fell through.
What happened with that?
The promoters just was I don't know if it was the promoter's fault or if it was the fucking, if it was Trophy Eyes, but all the promoter had said was sorry, because they switched venues on us, and then some other band was on the show. I guess Trophy Eyes was bringing another band with them on that show. So they kind of just didn't want you on the show, or just they didn't need another band. So oh, well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
But that's life, man.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Fucking how's the drumming going?
Drumming's going good, man. I'm currently working on some stuff with Gus, Dustin, Joe, all the Before I Die guys.
The Before I guys?
The Before I Gay guys. But we're starting something new. It's called Hereafter, and we just shot a video for it. We're trying to put that out soon.
Damn, that's what's up.
It is, dude. It's really nice to get back into the swing of things. I feel old. I feel fat. I feel like I can't do a lot of things that I was able to do back when I was.
Dude, I feel the same way. I don't even look the same anymore. I'm way more pudgy.
Dude, exactly. Then my fiance's pregnant right now, so I've gained like a lot of sympathy weight.
Oh shit,
dude. I feel I've gained like 2 pant sizes.
2 pant sizes. Yeah, man, me too. You know, that's just I really hit my freshman 15 hard. I was just like, I'm going for it. But fucking A, man. Well, tell us a little bit about Before I Die. When did all of that happen? Because I remember the first time we ever played with you guys was like you guys came down to a Simon Wells show, and it was my friend's old band Armadas.
And so that was before Forever We're Forgotten?
Yeah, that was actually like whenever Forever We're Forgotten was split into 2 different bands, really.
Oh, shit. Wow, it has been that long. Wow. Yeah, I came through across a picture. There's that group photo we all took.
Yeah, and like Silence is Golden is there.
Yes. That's back when Sean had his
dreads. Yeah.
Pastafari.
Fuck. Yeah, dude. I think that was like the first time we ever really interacted with you guys, and you guys would always come down to San Juan a lot.
Yeah, it was really cool. We were just trying to get our name further out. Yeah, further out than Tucson, because I remember we hadn't played Phoenix yet. Mm-hmm. We're let's do these shows in San Manuel, and I think it was Wasted Youth that introduced us to V-Rod.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking.
And he would tell us about the shows in San Manuel, and we're like, dude, let's go out there. Like, why are we hearing about this? So let's just go out there and try it.
Yeah, they weren't bad, for the time.
No.
I remember.
It was cool that you had, like, kids coming out, though. That's what was really cool to me.
Yeah, the fucking town didn't have shit going on in it, so, the shows there would be pretty fucking packed for the most part.
Yeah, it was really cool. I remember you guys were, like, the hometown heroes, too. I remember you guys had, like, a lot of friends.
Yeah, no one does shit like that, which sucks because that in turn makes it harder whenever you have a falling out with someone that makes music, because then you're like, well, who the fuck am I gonna find? And then you might have to ask someone to learn how to play an instrument.
Yep. It was like that in Douglas too for a little while, man.
Yeah, how's it looking now?
Man, there's no bands in Douglas anymore, sadly. Like, there's no music scene in Douglas, sadly.
Yeah.
We had a main vocalist from Screams of Era. His name was Josue Lopez, and when he passed away, I think it took the music scene away, because I remember his band Screams of Era was around. It was Before I Die, and every Halloween we'd throw like an annual Halloween show at the park, and get all these kids out. We do costume contests. We
That's
give out
tight.
pride.
That's tight.
Yeah, and then after he sadly passed away, it just kind of stopped.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then life, man. Yeah, we got older.
Everybody has jobs now, real jobs.
Yeah.
Gotta make a living.
Yes, exactly, man. I just started. I was slinging coffee for a while, and I started at a bank recently, and it's so much more
different.
Like suit and tie, like have to put on a real nice, stern customer service voice, and just tell people it's cool. Like it's from where I'm at, but it's different. I'm like getting older now.
Yeah, just maturing, and our music is probably maturing a little bit too.
Yeah.
But
it reminded me that I forgot to send you our new track through email. I really want you to listen to it before it hits.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm down as fuck.
Yeah, and then the guys put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah, I see Joe always posting stuff, and you guys, is Joe the one that's recording all this?
Yes, Joe. He man, to see where Joe's come from, because I remember we went to a few recording studios, and it was just like it was great, but then the money we were dishing out was a little like, man, like why can't we just buy the equipment ourselves and learn how to do it? And then it's back when Joey Sturgis started putting out all his plugins, and Joey did it. All these other artists like Cameron Mizell and I can't remember the other dude's name, but they put out their own plugins and their own drum samples, like Matt Halpern from Periphery. Like, nice. Well, I can do put out my drum samples, and then it just makes recording in a certain space on your own a lot easier.
Yeah, I would imagine. We've tried doing that. We just weren't. I don't think we were as disciplined with it. We get lazy.
Yeah, exactly. No, and there have been times where we don't record for like months, and then we'll finally say like, oh, we have this idea, let's record, and then we have to learn how to do it. We're like, all right, what do we now, like the plugins and all that, all that cool shit.
Exactly. Get the theme and the tone.
Makes the tune.
Exactly. So when did your involvement in music, like, when did that really happen for you? How old were you, or like?
Yeah. I want to say, like, I've always had drummers in the family. My dad, my uncle, both my grandfathers were drummers, so there was never like a drum set that was too far away from where I was living.
Oh shit!
And I remember being about like 7 or 8. It was me and my older brother that competing to play the drums. So my grandfather tried both of us out because he's like, hey, if I'm going to go one day, I want to leave it to someone who can play. So I think he just didn't have the flow. I think the first album I really listened to that really got me inspired to play the drums was Appetite for Destruction.
Right on.
Yeah, by Guns N' Roses. As soon as I heard that whole album through, I wanted to pick up sticks. Like, I want to learn how to play drums. I want to do it. And then I just kind of would just fiddle on my grandpa's drum set a lot. I think he saw me playing, and he was like, well, you look like you can hold a beat, so let's just keep you going. So for a long time, my grandfather taught me a lot of stuff.
Right on. That's fucking awesome as shit, dude.
Very grateful.
And when did you start to like get your own like sense of music and like your own style and stuff?
It's so funny, man, because I remember I was that kid in high school who would listen to like, the real butt rock and then the real like G Unit. I remember listening to G Unit back when I was like going into middle school around like 12, 13, being in like this real gangster ass shit, wearing South Pole all the time.
Shit. Fucking South Pole.
Dude, G-Unit pants. Remember when G-Unit came out with their own line of clothes?
Yeah, dude, I forgot about all of those clothes, except for Echo. For some reason, Echo still haunts me.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll see Echo at like Marshalls. I'm like, damn. I remember those days. I remember like everyone dying to get some Echo.
No wonder why it's at Marshalls now.
Exactly. They're just at Marshalls, all the reject shit. But then I met Dustin, our guitar player. He was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And introduced me to the Devil Wears Prada.
All right, right on.
That was back when Devil Wears Prada came out with, you remember like old Prada?
Yeah.
When they were just making up like weird shit. Like, I remember, what was the name of the song? It was Texas South, and Dogs Can Grow Beards All Over. Yeah,
that was like a thing for the longest time, to just like make super crazy like long song names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was almost like the Fall of Troy style, where it was just kind of like just playing dissonant chords and just screaming.
Yeah.
And knowing what the hell you're doing. And that was the first time I heard that, and I was like, whoa, what's this? Metalcore, what's this hardcore? And then from then, Attack Attack got really huge, and then all those like scene ween bands like Woe Is Me, and
yeah,
like, we came as Romans and everything. I was like, whoa, skinny jeans, what's up with this? Let's do it.
Right, fucking skinny jeans.
Grow my bangs out. Asking Alexandra. That was my first concert, man. Was Asking Alexandra.
Asking Alexandra was your first concert?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah.
Sadly, now you look back at it with retrospect.
Yeah, dude, I hear dudes talk about, like, man, I remember my first concert was fucking Fleetwood Mac back in, especially all these old hippies.
Yeah.
And I remember my first concert was Fleetwood Mac and all these really cool old stoner hippies who went to Woodstock here, and just hearing their stories. I'm like, oh yeah, I went to Asking Alexandra with the Rialto in like 2010.
You're like, what the hell is even that?
What is that? What? Is that a thing?
She's like, well, how was she?
All these old ass guys. But yeah, man, it was one of those times. I don't know. Were you ever into like any of that scene days over when it came about?
I mean, very loosely. I was like super into Blink-182 and like kind of punkish. And then I remember whenever, I don't know if I was super like into the scene, but I remember I fell in love with like Sense Fail and shit. And then eventually towards like 2012, I started to listen to more of those bands like Of Mice and Men and all that shit.
Yep. Damn. Yeah, thinking about it, like, it doesn't seem so long ago where that was like metal at the time.
Yeah.
But now, it's back on the radio now. Like, I know, like, the last time I listened to like main metal radio, it's a lot of, Octane butt rock, but I mean, it's what's in right now.
Yeah, butt rock is in.
Butt rock is in. But it makes me feel like, man, one day I'm gonna love all this butt rock, and then
I think you hit a point where you just like become cool with it, and you're standing outside at a barbecue. You're chilling with all these other dudes that are your age, and maybe you're wearing some nice leather sandals, and you're just listening to butt rock on the radio, standing by the grill.
While wearing socks with your sandals.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not too hot out. It's not too cold. I think I'll wear some socks with my mandals.
It's the perfect weather for grilling.
For grilling. Have kids running around and be like, hey, get back. You get inside.
You settle down. They're not doing anything.
Come listen to these bangers. Come listen to Asking Alexandra, boy.
Come listen to Asking Alexandra. Who is she, Dad? It's not a fucking girl.
I don't know. I'm thinking about all this. I'm thinking about what all these kids are listening to now, too, man. Like, what's that one song that's going crazy right now? Old Town Road.
Oh, my God. That song's terrible.
Dude, I saw a video of that dude performing at an elementary school, and those kids are going crazy. They know all the lyrics, and these kids are within the range of like 5 to 8 years old, and they're going bananas for this dude.
That is gnarly. Don't you wish that like the music that we make could get out there like that?
I wish. Well, but then you think about like bands like Under Oath doing a reunion right now. And
yeah.
I think they broke up in like 2008.
It was a sad time. Was it 2008? I think it was after 2010 because I think it was after Disambiguation.
Yes, because Aaron left, and then they made Disambiguation. Yeah, so it was about 2010. Yeah, when I remember Spencer still had dreads.
Yeah, dude, fucking Under Oath's awesome.
I know. Yeah, I spent so much money going to the reunion tour, came to the Marquee in Phoenix, and that was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Yeah, I imagine it would be fucking awesome. I saw them at the Marquee way back. It was like whenever they went around tour with like As I Lay Dying and Acacia Strain.
Dude, before Tim was all crazy.
That shit is gnarly.
Dude, that is gnarly. And then he got out scot-free. Like, I think he only served like 2.5 years out of a 10-year sentence.
Man, good behavior. He's like, don't worry, I'm not on steroids anymore, and I've refound God.
Pinky promises. Pinky. The judge is like, pinky promise.
It's like, I pinky promise.
With his big old masculine pinkies.
Jesus, yeah. That's what's so funny about it, because I remember whenever I saw them with Under Oath, he was super skinny.
He was scrawny, and I don't know what happened, but I think he just injected some stuff one day, and he's like, "Yup."
He's like, "This is what I'm about now. I'm about Christian metal and steroids,
weights,
and lifting weights."
Lifting weights for Christ.
Oh my God. So, when did Before I Die start? Who was like I know you were like one of the founding members, right?
I wish I could say that, but I actually joined them when they were already a formed group.
Oh,
they were,
what?
Yeah. You remember Genesis?
I do. Yes.
Dude, I love Genesis. I haven't seen her in so long. She was like yeah, dude, she was really cool. She was in the band as a female vocalist with Gus.
Yep, I remember the first time we saw her. Well, the first time we saw Before I Die, she was in the band still.
Yep. I remember we tried that whole dynamic of a chick singer. It was cool. We did it. We can say, hey, we did it. But when I joined. Victor was still in the band. I replaced their drummer called Alexis Gonzalez, and they called him Butt Brush for some weird reason.
Uh-huh.
I don't think why they called him Butt Brush, but I joined them, and I was still in a band. I was in a band at the time called For Yesterday's Dreams.
Huh.
And I think I just saw that band was kind of going the way I didn't want it to go, so I joined Before I Die. And then from there, I think it's not too long after I joined, we made an EP with Alex Best, and kind of the rest is kind of history. Since then.
Yeah, I remember you guys played a lot of shows. You guys did some tours too, huh?
Yeah, we toured with. It was this band that was coming up on Rise. They were called Oh Guardian, and I remember it was our first tour, and that was probably one of the worst tours because they didn't want to play house shows. I guess they were so cool to not play house shows. So
yeah.
Most of the venues on that bill or on that whole bill, were house shows, and I remember we talked to the promoter, such a sleazy dude. I can't remember his name, but he was like, "Yeah, it's just you guys. They're not gonna." Oh, out of like the 7 or 10 dates or something on that tour, they were only gonna play like 2 or 3 because they were the Rock, Soma in San Diego, and some other venue in Las Cruces. Like, fuck, so we doing a majority of this by ourselves and just hope we get a draw. And that was shit. But it was fun. It was a really good learning experience. I think we met some really cool people along the way. Really fun.
Yeah, I think FWF played with you guys at the Rock with O Guardian.
Yeah, I remember they didn't show up.
I think you're right. Yeah,
dude, I know, but I mean that band didn't go far, so it's just one of those things where you're like, man, if you really might have come out to these house shows, you maybe could have got a better following, or you could have, you could have been better, but.
Exactly, but hey, that's that. And then you guys had fucking some shit go on with what was it, not Mantooth, Brutal Tooth or something like that.
We were signed for a little bit, and that was one of those schemes that was like, oh man, let's get your band signed, put your music out. Well, I guess he was gonna help us tour. His name was Josh Giles. He was, I guess, the president of Brutal Tooth Records. Yeah, something like that. And like for a while, the promotion was really good, but when it was time for us to go out and play shows and tour, it was like we didn't get any support. And then after a while, like it got real sleazy. I think we gave them a bunch of money, and it was like, so it was again one of those dumb lessons where you have to learn, like, oh man, I really have to check someone's background and see if they are who they are. And
can't trust everybody.
Can't trust these hoes.
Yeah, I remember like they would do some interesting Facebook promotion, like share this and tag 3 bands and like our page, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Those were some interesting days. And then
fun.
What?
Some fun times.
Yeah. We got fucked over too by some people, but again, that is just a lesson you got to kind of learn.
How'd that happen?
We got fucked over by Victor and his little company.
God damn it.
Yeah, they just like I don't know if they started some rumors. It was like some bullshit rumor drama that was going on between FWF and like bands that we were playing with, or so they made it seem. So then it was like that, and then towards the end, we played unreliable shows, and I ended up like losing $200 or $100 to him because he never fucking gave me the shirts that I was trying to get from him. But learning lesson.
Exactly, but it just sucks. It sucks that that's the way it has to work, and then it's almost like there's this cloud over. Because I'm sure you guys used to be friends.
Yeah, well, not so much friends, but we did work together, and it was cool to like be working with someone from, the area you're from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but I haven't even heard from that dude or his. He doesn't even promote or anything anymore. Right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I still follow him. I might have just stopped following him. Either way, I know he doesn't promote or do anything. I think the last thing that he was gonna do was like this big festival, which shit out and was nothing.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes, man.
But hey, you live and you learn, and sometimes people fuck you over, and sometimes you fuck people over.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and you're right.
But when did Before I like what brought Before I Die to an end?
Man, I think a lot of it was just the future of where we were going as individuals. At the time, Gus was teaching. Joe had a really good job with the city of Douglas. Dustin was kind of back and forth, and now I think he's gearing up to leave to the Air Force. And me, at the time, dude, I did not know what I was gonna do. Like when Before I Die kind of lapsed, and then I found Safe So Simple for a little while, and I did that whole thing.
I didn't know you drummed for Safe So Simple for a little bit.
Yeah, drumming for them for a little bit. That was a really cool experience. And then we waited a long time until it was a few years before Dustin had all these ideas in his head. And we were thinking, like, well, are we going to come back as Before I Die, or is this going to be something, completely different? A lot of what this new EP or LP or record is just moving on, just growing, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, just growing as people and just maturing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Dustin's doing a majority of the writing. Him and Gus have been working mostly on what they're doing as far as lyrics. I just show up, I hear some demos, and I play drums.
Oh yeah, cool. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm excited to hear all this new stuff. It's been a long time. It
feels like a long time. I've certainly gained, like I told you, a lot of weight. The guys are working hardcore, and I'm just here eating tortilla chips every day.
Fucking tortilla chips and salsa.
Dude, that'll get you.
Yeah. Those
will get you. And you think, like, oh, I'm not eating that much, but when you're, like, half a bag in and half the can of salsa is gone, you're like, oh, shit. I think I've ate a lot.
So, I know that, like, so was it in the downtime of Before I Die and this new project here after that, that you got a drum sponsorship?
It was actually before, man. I think I was in Say So Simple at the time.
All right.
Yeah, I found SJC Custom, and I had always looked up to SJC Custom, and then I got one of their acrylic custom kits, and I started repping them, and I did that for a while, and then I think it was about 2016, 17, where I started working for them, so I still do that today.
Right on. And where are they based out of?
They're based out of Southbridge, Massachusetts.
Oh, so you do like marketing and stuff?
Marketing, and I shouldn't. The word scout isn't cool, but I do look for drummers who are in up and coming bands, and I see where their opportunities are, and I say, well, I mean, I hit up the drummers and just tell them, there are really good opportunities with SJC because not only do we promote the music, but say, in a sense, if something were to happen to you on a road where you need a drum or something, we'll try our best to help.
Yeah.
If you need spare parts or anything like that, we're going to be there 100%.
That's really fucking awesome, dude.
It's nice, yeah. It's nice. So I found a company that was really cool, man. They took me in like family, and it's a lot I can say for other drum companies out there because I wanted to get sponsored by a huge company back in the day, and did all the EPK and the resume stuff, and it didn't work out, and like it was based on like record sales, and I was like, dude, I don't even think we sell records. I think we just do. But I found SJC, and it was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity.
And you've like they've done. I see that you've got to do some pretty cool shit for them. Like you've got to meet some cool bands and stuff, right?
Yeah, man. I've and it's something that I'm so blessed for because our boss Mike he goes above and beyond to help people out and just get really great opportunities. I remember I was invited to NAMM to kind of promote some of their stuff, and I met Trey Cool, Jay Weinberg from Slipknot. It was one of those things where you just keep your mouth
wide open.
Yeah, you're so
fuck.
Shit. Yeah, and then I was able to get in and meet Circus Survive and their drummer Steven. And I remember going back to the story I told you earlier about. I was chilling around with that buddy Josue Lopez, and we'd all talk about Circus Survive. We love Circus Survive, man. Remember we talk about like, oh man, if they're ever around, we got to go see Circus Survive. We're like, hell yeah, let's do it. And we never got that chance, sadly. And for me to go and see them play a lot of the old songs that me and my buddy talked about, I cried like a baby, dude. I shed tears, and it was one of those things where it was the closest feeling of him being next to me more than anything.
Dang, that is truly emotional.
Yeah, man. It's thinking about it now. It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
I got that opportunity thanks to SJC, and I can't thank those dudes enough for it.
That's fucking awesome. And you got a cymbal. All right, so do you work for the cymbal company? Are you sponsored by the cymbal company? Both. What's the cymbal company's name? I forgot.
So they're called Legado Cymbals, and they're out of California.
What is it called?
Legado.
Huh.
Yeah. But I met Carlos at NAMM this past year, and I checked out some of his stuff, and it was amazing. And I offered any help I could get, or any help I could give to the company, and we worked out a deal. And I do the same thing for Legato that I do for SJC now.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, truly blessed in a lot of ways to not only further myself in what I'm doing, but help other drummers along the way, man.
Exactly. You're a man of. Obviously, you're a man of the drums. Your family comes from drums.
Yeah. I was actually more curious about how you got started, because I remember when I met you guys in FWF and I saw you guys live. There was so much emotion and so much physicality that you guys put into your set. And going to San Manuel, I was like, where are these guys? Because I'd never been to San Manuel until that day, and to see you guys live there and put everything you guys do into your music, being from such a small place, I wondered, your background.
So for me, it was just I don't know. I've always just been into music as a kid. I was super into music, and then me and Efren grew up on the same street, so we were friends, and we just got into the idea of wanting to make music. So me and Efren made music for a long time, just him on guitar and me singing, and then it evolved to him on electric guitar, me singing, and then my little brother playing the drums, and that was our first band, Armadas. And then we
Armadas, yeah.
So then after Armadas, during Armadas, we met up with Zach and the original bass player for FWF, Juan, because they were in another band called Switching Tides. And we ended up, me and Efren ended up jamming with Zach and Juan one day, and then we ended up really hitting it off with them. And it was cool, we were... I feel like FWF was what really pushed us to take a more serious step towards music. Because it was just fucking, you come from a rather small town too, sometimes it just sucks not being able to do shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird because I think we see the same problem where, kids don't know what to do, so they look towards heavy drugs.
Yeah.
It happens, and there are friends that you don't see anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. You do lose some people.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
That's life, and that's what's cool about music is music has kept us on a pretty straight path.
Yes. Oh, it has.
Because you always want to better your music, and you got to put time into your music. And that time spent making music is a lot better than just being reckless and careless and really not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right. You know, and coming and moving to Bisbee, I see that there's a lot of bluegrass here. There's a lot of country.
Yeah.
And to it, man. I can't. I really want to play metal.
Oh,
yeah.
You're stuck listening to all this bluegrass.
Yeah, and then all these like I don't even know what to call it, man. It's like crazy EDM, industrial EDM that some of the artists will play. And
yeah.
Yeah, because Bisbee's a real like art influenced town.
Yeah. Didn't you were a barista, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun for a while, man. Barista.
But now you're a banker.
I'm a banker. I don't know how I ended up here, man, but it's just the way life.
Life's a strange trip.
Yeah. And then congrats, man. I never got to fully congratulate you and your wife on the marriage.
Oh, thank you.
I saw pictures of the wedding. It looked amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, man, how's all that going? Like, how's the married life compared to dating?
So compared to what?
Compared to like the dating that you guys, like, do you see any changes with the label now being married, or is it kind of the same thing?
Oh, well, it's definitely more serious.
Yes.
And everything is more together now. You know, it's like we're definitely one. We're in this together.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So, are you engaged, or
engaged?
You're engaged, right on. That's fucking awesome, dude. Congrats.
Yeah.
And you got a kid coming.
Yeah, I got a little boy coming, just like Efren, dude. I remember Efren and his wife announced their baby right after mine, and I was like, dude, like, I think our kids are like maybe going to be a month and a half apart.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. Two drummer babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming you're going to teach your kid the drums.
We're praying I can, man. We're hoping I'm just hoping I can give him a stick as soon as he pops out of the hospital and he's
like,
just
here,
already beating.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah. You know, I was remembering that I listened to yours and Efren's episode on my way to my music video shoot.
Oh, right on.
Dude, I remember laughing so hard. I can't remember what Efren was talking about. I think it was your guys' background and how like everything came about. Because I remember, I think, was it you or Efren that said your first show was Blink?
Oh, it was both of our first show.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. And was that like a KFMA day, or was it something?
No, that was back whenever. So it was like Blink-182's first show back in Arizona after they got back together.
What year was that?
It was like 2009 in Tempe at Tempe Beach Park. They played with like Amberlin and Fallout. Wow. They played with Fall Out Boy before Fall Out Boy decided to do the Blink.
Yeah, dude, Fall Out Boy. So like I'll try to jam Fall Out Boy's new stuff in hopes that I can hear a little bit of that like punk.
Yeah. How does it work?
No, it doesn't. How do you feel about touring with Lil Wayne right now?
I thought he dropped off.
No, he didn't. I think they said he was staying on for the whole thing. But I saw that video where Lil Wayne's like,
not my swag.
Not my swag. I'm not used to playing in a small show of 7,000 people.
Be like, yeah, man, there wasn't enough people here, and they were all like waiting for Travis and his crew to come out. Nah, whenever I saw that, I wasn't too surprised because after reading Travis Barker's book, I started to realize like that Travis Barker is definitely super influenced by the hip hop scene and all that.
Yes. As a drummer, there's so much. I feel like as a drummer, you listen to hip hop and you can see how far the expectations can go, and you can listen to a beat. And you can like Travis Barker, dude. His chops are amazing.
Right.
He can get on a beat and just make that. He can elevate that beat or that song like 10 times.
Exactly. I remember whenever Travis Barker was like doing those remixes to like Crank That Soulja Boy.
God, that went, dude. That has to have close to like 1 billion views, like worldwide.
Yeah. But what?
I remember when that came out, and that was all over MySpace.
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 Those MySpace days, those were crazy times.
Dude, that was back in the Seenie Weenie days, dude. I remember that. Like, remember your top 8 songs that you can.
Yeah, you had your top 8 songs, and then you had your like top 10 friends.
Yup. I remember much drama that started, dude.
Oh, dude, it did. It's such a prominent thing. I guess it happened to everybody everywhere. Because they're talking about it.
The girlfriend at the time always had to be number 1.
Right. That's so lame now and cringy that you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, do you remember any of... You had a MySpace, right?
Yes, of course I did.
Do you remember any of the top 8 songs?
It was probably one of them was probably like an Armor for Sleep song, and then like some Aiden song. I don't know. It was like really dark horror emo kind of music.
Yeah, I think I had like 2 Gorilla songs on mine.
Nice.
I had Feel Good Inc. for sure.
If I was just listening to that song.
Oh my gosh. I think it comes on the radio, and it's one of those songs that you can't really like turn off. You're like,
I remember this song.
This song. I remember the video. Like, I remember when the video dropped, it was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, Gorillaz is just a fucking crazy group.
Yeah. And they have a lot more rappers joining them now.
Yeah, exactly. It's
put on a whole live show now, which is crazy.
There's been so much progression with them. It's gnarly.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they're like multi-millionaires by now with everything they're selling.
I know. Fucking luckies, motherfuckers.
Lucky. Yeah, dude. What's going on with you and music? What are you up to?
Well, Toilet's got some new stuff in the works. We're gonna be working on another. I think we're gonna do another EP of like 4 or 5 songs, maybe 6. And then we've just honestly been just kind of leading up to this 3rd album that we have planned out in our head.
Do you plan on any certain producers yet, or is it something you guys will
well, we're not sure. We went to Cali for the last EP, and we're not sure if we're going to do it again. Efren's been working with this dude in Tucson for Sucker for the Sour, so we might give that dude a shot, see what he's all about.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. And do you have any planned dates as to when you guys will start recording, or is it?
Not at the moment. We've just recently started talking about how we should record a single soon because it's been like a while since we've released some music. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll probably release a single soon. But at the moment, we're not like in any rush.
That's always the best place to be, though, when you're not in a rush and you can just, you know what, we feel like going in, we'll do it.
Exactly. What about you guys? Do you guys have any planned release time?
The music video should be done within the next month.
All right, right on. So it's kind of you guys are just kind of waiting for the music video, and then you're gonna drop the song with the music video.
Yes. Yeah. Then we're gonna drop a song with the music video. Probably wait and then see Probably pick a certain single off of this new LP, and then just put that out there, and then maybe play a show or 2. I don't think we're looking to play much live.
Right on. You guys are just more of like a recording band.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then considering, I know Dustin has plans for the Air Force, and then you know all that goes.
Yeah, I know that shit goes. Can't be filling in another guitar player.
Oh, I don't even think we'll find another one. I don't even know if they still exist in Douglas.
It's tough finding fucking musicians in small towns, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna sell my soul and play some corridos.
Just go join some folk rock band or some bluegrass.
Yeah, I'll play those big Mexican bandas.
Oh, fucking shit, that'd be gnarly.
Yeah.
Go start playing some quinceañeras, man.
Dude, make the real money.
Hey, you would make some real money. Have a cooler full of beer and just be like, I know that there's probably a bunch of beer here, but hey, this beer is cheaper.
Yep, Modelo time, fool.
Fucking Modelo time.
Some carne asada, dog.
Fucking A, man. Well, we're pretty far in, so I think this is a good point to end it. We talked about some good stuff. Yeah, I got some shit going on later.
So So what's up with the show? Like, what do you? I saw it. What's the location of the show?
It's on 4th Ave in Tucson.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little bar that we've played at a couple times.
Always a good time. And then it's Saturday, dude. You're going to have a good crowd.
That's what we're hoping. We're playing kind of late. We go on at 11.
That's perfect. I mean, that's when it's when everyone's out there.
I've been thinking that. I'm just like, man, I'm going to be fucking tired.
Yeah, dude. Just drink one of those cool dad Monster Energies.
Oh, my goodness. No, I'd have to drink Bang because it's the new...
That's the new...
Yeah, Bang makes me feel like I'm on crack. I don't like that shit.
I think there's creatine in it.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
That's just gnarly. Like, why the fuck would you want to drink that shit?
Just be really angry on stage.
Just like, hey, leave me alone. I haven't had my fucking Bang today.
Oh, man. So what time are you guys heading out to that? Because you'll probably set up a little before, so...
Yeah, the music starts at 8, so we'll probably be there around like 7:30 or 8. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. And I'm doing a podcast in like an hour or so after this. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing one with Gabe from The Endless Pursuit. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, yeah. God, I remember The Endless Pursuit.
Yeah, so I'll be doing a podcast with him after this.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm really stoked that you're doing this, by the way. I'm really stoked that someone's doing this, especially like just hearing a lot of the local cats in Tucson here. You know, you're helping them tell their stories. And
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're doing this. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, no, thanks for being on. And definitely got to get you up here into the actual office.
No, we will. Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking, if anything, maybe I'll just be like, I'll ask you, Gus, and Joe if you guys just want to come up, and I'll knock 3 podcasts out.
Hell yeah, I'm more than up for that, dude.
Oh hell yeah! Thank you for being on this, man. Thanks for doing this, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, yo. And when you see Efren tonight, give him some hugs and kisses.
Oh, I will.
Dude, awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, you take it easy. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
You too. Good luck tonight.
All right. Thank you, man. Later. All right, there you go. That's the podcast with Raymond Alvarez, one of the coolest cats I know from Douglas. There's probably some technical difficulties during that episode. The volume might be a little whack, and my phone call might have broke a little bit. But overall, I think it was a really good episode, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe and rate on whatever you're listening to this on. If you want to find more information, follow 85631 Productions on Facebook. That's 85SIX31 Productions. You can also follow us on Instagram at 85SIX31. We're also on YouTube, transistor.fm. We're all over the place. Thanks for listening. Take it easy.